Hi guys, welcome back. As you can see from the schedule in the background, our good form has just simply continued since the Bournemouth game. We had a nice 4-1 win in the first leg of the Europa League semi-final against Inter Milan. The goals were scored by Mkhitaryan, Martial, Mata and Rashford. We dominated the game. We were actually unlucky to concede, I think. Obviously that's an away goal. Still fairly comfortable as we did win 4-1, so barring a 3-0 loss or 5-1, then I think we're in the final. Then we won against Crystal Palace 1-0. I played a rotated lineup, pretty much rotated the entire squad. Marcus Rashford got the goal. It was a very well disciplined win. Nothing really spectacular about the game at all, but we got the victory, which was the most important thing. What I'm going to do today is I will bring you the game against Inter Milan to hopefully put us into the Europa League final. Then I will play the game against West Brom, and then in the next episode it will be Tottenham in the FA Cup final, and either Chelsea at home as the final Premier League game, or it'll be a cup final episode. So if we get through to the Europa League Cup final, what I will do is I will show you the Tottenham game in the FA Cup final, play the Chelsea game offline, and then show you the Europa League final, because I don't really want to have 3 games in the final episode of this season. So without further ado, let's have a quick look at the league table. We're now 13 points clear with 2 games left. It has actually dawned on me that if we win our 2 last games, or if we get a win and a draw, we will break the record for the highest points in the Premier League. The highest points currently stands at 92. That was Chelsea that got that. So if we manage to win both of our last games, and conveniently our last game is against Chelsea, so if we win both of our last games, we can beat the points record. That can give us 94 points, which will obviously beat that. We've obviously got the Europa League, which we have a very, very good chance of winning. We're in the FA Cup final. This could be a very, very good season for us. So let's get into the first game of the episode. I will quickly show you how we are lining up. So we're starting with De Gea in goal. Raphael, Jimenez, Bailey and Shaw make up the back 4. Herrera and Pogba in midfield. Mkhitaryan on the right, Martial on the left, Mata in behind Rashford, and on the bench we have Corchia, Smalling, Phil Jones, Fosu Mensah, Depay, Correa and Schneiderlin. So let's get into this game. Obviously we have a 4-1 lead, so I'm really, really comfortable. Playing a fairly strong team, I don't want to be too comfortable and then end up losing 4-0. So let's get into the game and let's hopefully get a win and get ourselves into the Europa League final. So, half an hour into the game, it's the first highlight. Mkhitaryan into the box. Herrera won the header. Pogba can pick that up. Goes back to Mkhitaryan. Back to Paul Pogba. Into the box. Marcus Rashford. 1-0. That is Inter Milan's away goal cancelled out. That's 5-1 on aggregate. I think it's fair to say we will be in the Europa League final. What a start to this game. First highlight. First goal. And it's for Man United. Pogba got the ball. Lovely ball across to Rashford. He was unmarked. Finishes it in pretty much the only gap with having a player on each post and a goalkeeper in the middle. Lovely finish. 1-0. It's another highlight straight away. Bailey on the ball here. Gives it to Luke Shaw. Shaw to Pogba. Pogba to Mata. Mata to Rashford. Rashford through to Herrera. And to Herrera. And it's wide of the goal. So Handanovic to take the free kick. Gives it away to Mata. Miranda wins the header. João Mario now looks for Mauro Icardi. Icardi takes it past Bailey, gets the shot away, and pulls a goal back for Inter Milan right on half-time. That's 1-1. I'm not too worried, we're still winning 5-2 on aggregate. So Inter Milan need 4-1 at the minimum, that will take it to extra time. Icardi skipped past Bailey, got the shot away, and it's a nice finish. I do rate Mauro Icardi actually, he's a very, very good striker. That's 1-1. Looks like it's going to be going straight into half-time. There we go. So it's 1-1 at half-time. Fairly comfortable first half, to be honest. That was the first chance that Inter Milan have had, and they've equalised. So I'm not going to make any changes. We'll just get them back out into the second half. Hopefully we can cement this win and get ourselves into the final. So Candreva with a corner. Into the box. Miranda won the header down to Murillo, who got a shot away, but it was saved by De Gea. De Gea goes long. Rashford claims that ball, but Ansaldi makes the tackle. Jimenez heads it down to Pogba. Pogba out wide to Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan goes down the line for Rashford, but Miranda will get there. He goes back to Handanovic. Handanovic goes long. Jimenez wins that. Eve wins the second ball to Candreva. Candreva through the middle for Mauro Icardi. Mauro Icardi gets the shot away and it's saved by De Gea. So Candreva into the box. Mkhitaryan wins it. And that's the end of the highlight apparently. I'm not sure why Candreva couldn't have just got the ball back into the box, but never mind. So De Gea is about to take a free kick. I'm just going to make a change quickly. I'm going to take Mata off for Angel Correa, and I'm going to move Martial out to the right and bring on Depay for Mkhitaryan. I'll leave it at that for now. So De Gea takes the free kick, Ansaldi wins the header but only as far as Raphael. João Mario picks that up and gives it to Icardi. Raphael intercepts, gives it to Herrera. Herrera to Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan gives the ball away to Brozovic, gives it to João Mario. Candreva over the top looking for Icardi. Jimenez wins the header, only as far as Candreva again. Luke Shaw makes the tackle, gives it to Martial. Martial back to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw to Paul Pogba. To Juan Mata. Mata through to Rashford. Rashford takes a touch, gets the shot away. We regain the lead, 2-1. Into the final. 22nd goal of the season in all competitions for Marcus Rashford. Very, very good for a 19-year-old. Hard to believe that, isn't it? I was 19. I don't even remember what I was doing when I was 19. I'm 24 by the way. So when I was 19 I can't even remember what I was doing, but it certainly wasn't anything constructive. And Marcus Rashford is scoring 2 goals in the San Siro in the Europa League semi-final. What a guy. Shaw with a throw in now to Correa. Brozovic wins the headers to Candreva to João Mario. João Mario runs with it, kicks the ball straight into Herrera. Memphis Depay to Pogba. Pogba to Herrera. Herrera finds Correa. Correa will run with it. I thought he was going to put Rashford through there, but he didn't. Jovetic now to João Mario. João Mario to Icardi. Icardi hits it wide. I will be making the third change now. I'm going to take off Ander Herrera for Fosu Mensah and change Fosu Mensah to a ball-winning midfielder. So Luke Shaw with a throw-in into the last minute of the game now. Rashford tackled by Jeffrey Kondogbia. Excuse me, my voice went there for some reason. Jovetic is in here now, and he runs it out of play for a goal kick. So the full-time whistle is about to go. There we have it. Full-time whistle has gone. Inter Milan 1, Manchester United 2, 6-2 on aggregate. We are through to the Europa League final. Let's see who we will be playing. So, Sporting Lisbon have won the other semi-final against Shakhtar Donetsk. Shakhtar won the first leg 4-2. But obviously, that doesn't make any sense, does it? If Shakhtar won the first leg 4-2, because they have 4 goals on aggregate, that means Shakhtar got 4 away goals. So, if Sporting Lisbon got 2 away goals, how have they won on away goals when Shakhtar scored 4 away from home? That doesn't make any sense. That was the wrong way around. So Sporting were actually the home team this time. So Sporting got 2 away goals. They lost 4-2 at Shakhtar. Shakhtar didn't get any. So we will be playing Sporting Lisbon in the final of the Europa League. I don't envisage any issues in that, to be honest. I think if we did lose that game, I would be very, very annoyed. So, without further ado, we'll get into the last game of this episode, which, if I remember correctly, it was against West Brom. It is. So we'll play the West Brom game, and then the next episode will be Tottenham in the FA Cup final, and Sporting Lisbon in the Europa League final. Very exciting stuff. Can we finish this season with a treble? Okay guys, this is how we're going to line up against West Brom. I've rotated as quite a few players for a couple of reasons really. I'd like to... Smalling's running low on sharpness, as is Lucas Lima. I'd like to rest the more important players like Pogba, Mata, Herrera, The players that have been really good for me this season, Raphael as well, Mkhitaryan, people like that, the players who are going to be playing, basically. And there's a couple of players like Depay, Smalling, Fosu Mensah, Payet, so pretty much every player on this pitch is on the pitch, except for De Gea, because De Gea is the first name on the team sheet. Every player on this pitch is playing for their place, basically. They're on this pitch to show me they should be playing in the cup finals, because as things stand, I'll probably start Martial up front, which means Depay or Rashford will play on the left, Mata's going to be in the middle, Mkhitaryan on the right, Pogba and Herrera in midfield, and then it'll be Luke Shaw, Bailey, probably Jimenez, Raphael. So every outfield player is playing for their place. So I don't need to read the team out. I've been talking at you for about 5 minutes. Well, it feels like 5 minutes. So you can see the team there. I'm not going to go through the entire team. Let's get into this game against West Brom and let's get that points record. If we win this game and we beat Chelsea, we will have the most points any team has ever had in the Premier League. So let's go. Well, this isn't what I was looking for. 10 minutes in, Marcus Rashford has a potential foot injury. Let's pray that is not serious. I'm going to have to put Martial on up front. We're going to have to hope that is not serious, because if it is, Martial is our only recognised striker. I don't know what we'll do. We may have to see if there's a youth striker we can bring back on from loan or put in. So we'll just have to, everybody keep the fingers crossed that is not serious. Let's get back into the game. Martial coming on for Rashford. So highlight here: Foster to Evans, Evans to Dawson. Went to Phillips, but Willems just nicked in and got that ball. Willems takes it past the defender, and another one. Fletcher wins the ball back though, and as far as Lucas Lima. Gives it to Angel Correa, finds Dimitri Payet. Lovely ball to Corchia into the box. Martial, 1-0. That's up to 91 points. We're almost there. I think this is the highest points total I've had in a first season. I have done like invincible seasons before where you've got a full season unbeaten. I have done that in the past. But I think in terms of a first season as a team, I don't think I've ever done this well. Leave a comment if anyone has done better than this in their first season, because I'm really, really happy with how this first season has gone. Potentially we have 2 more trophies coming in as well. And we were the runner-up in the EFL Cup. We could have had a quadruple this season. So a corner kick, Payet into the box, headed away by Johnny Evans. Morrison will pick this up. He'll run at the defence. Fosu Mensah with a good tackle. Memphis Depay now. Ball over the top for Martial. Martial gets the shot away, saved easily by Ben Foster. Formerly of Man United, obviously. Oh, you are joking me. Angel Correa has a potential foot injury. What are West Brom doing? Have they been paid to injure all my players? I don't want to bring Mata on. I do not want to bring Mata on. Mata has been one of our best players this season. I really don't want him to get injured. But I really don't know what else I can do. We're 1-0 up. We have nothing to lose. I am going to bring on... I don't know what to do. I'm going to bring on Herrera in a more advanced role. Actually, I'm going to pull Herrera back, and I'm going to play with and put Lucas Lima there, because Lucas Lima is naturally an attacking midfielder, and put Herrera next to Fosu Mensah, and just hope that West Brom do not injure any more of my players. So we're going at half time, 1-0 up. Obviously, 2 injuries to 2 of our quite important players. I think Angel Correa isn't quite as bad, because we still have Mate, we have Payet, we have Mkhitaryan. So that one's not as bad, but Rashford is a big, big loss, because he's been brilliant for us. And Zlatan's already out for the rest of the season, so it leaves us Martial, and that's it. And Martial hasn't really played up front this season, very much. So we're just going, like I said before, we're going to have to pray that's not serious. So let's get into the second half. We're 1-0 up, fairly comfortable. West Brom have barely been in the game, so I'll tell them that you weren't that bad, but there's room for improvement. We'll get into the second half. Hopefully we can get another goal or two. So Willems with the throw-in gives it to Fosu-Mensah. Ander Herrera out wide to Willems, who has a good cross, but he didn't cross it. Gives it to Memphis Depay. Dawson clears it away. Matty Phillips finds Henriquez. I wonder if that's Angelo Henriquez. I think it is, because I think his preferred number is number 21. Let's have a look at there. Yeah, Angelo Henriquez up front for West Brom, formerly of he was back on maybe Football Manager 2012. He was a youngster at Man United, and he used to turn in to a... Oh, well, what a goal from Martial. Sorry, I'm rabbiting on again. Martial makes it 2-0. What a finish that was. It didn't look like... I didn't commentate on it because I thought, oh, he's not going to score from that angle. And he corner. The ball over the top. It was a lovely ball. Martial picked it up, and look at this for a finish. How was he... That's Berbatov-esque. Dimitar Berbatov would have been proud of that. That was a hell of a finish. So anyway, Henriquez was brilliant on FM12, that's basically what I was saying. He was about 19, 20, he had 17 finishing, he was quick, he had good heading, and he was just a beast. Lucas Lima looks for Martial on a hat-trick, good save from Foster. Corner to be taken by Dimitri Payet, into the box, Galloway gets it clear, Payet may get to that, he does, but Chadley got there first. Morrison now skips past Fosu-Mensah. Henriquez to Morrison. Morrison running at the defence, gets the shot away. I am going to make a change. Fosu-Mensah being on a yellow card scares me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a slight change to the formation. I'll pull Lucas Lima back again. I'll take Fosu-Mensah off for Bailey, and I'm going to go 5 at the back. I'm not being defensive. The simple reason for that is I do not want anyone else to get injured. I don't want to bring Pogba on and they break his legs. So I think that's 3 changes now because of the injuries. I think it is. So we'll take Fosu-Mensah off, bring on Eric Bailly. Fosu-Mensah is a very, very good youngster. He's very good backup. He plays as a defender and midfielder. I don't want him to get sent off. So we'll leave it as that. That's the 3 changes now. Hopefully we can see the rest of this game out injury-free. So De Gea gives it to Willems. Willems finds Smalling. Smalling to Herrera, out to Payet. Payet to Sebastian Corchia. Corchia into the box. Memphis is there, and it's 3-0 Man United. Memphis Depay with his 16th goal in all competitions. This is sublime football. I am thoroughly enjoying this save. Corchia got the ball into the box. Depay coming in at the back post with a flying header. 3-0. Payet with a corner into the box, and Darren Fletcher fouls Memphis Depay, and it's a penalty, and it's a chance for Anthony Martial to get his first hat-trick as a Man United player. At least I think it's his first. Comment below if you think he's got one, if he has had one before, either in this save or last season in his first season. I don't think he has. Anyhow, Martial steps up, scores, hat-trick for Martial, 4-0 Man United. This is just fantastic stuff. 14 goals this season for Martial. Not the best, but he's not played every game. He's played out wide when he has played, so 14 goals considering he's not played very much. It's quite a good turnaround. Looks like there may be more. Fletcher out wide to Phillips. I say there might be more. They could just miss. Fosu-Mensah, Robson Kanu. Not for. I saw the hyphenated name and I thought it was Fosu-Mensah automatically. It wasn't, obviously. Now, if it was Fosu-Mensah, he'd have buried that. So Insua with the throw-in gives it to Chris Brunt. Insua, I think he used to play for Liverpool, didn't he? James Morrison to Darren Fletcher. Fletcher to Hal Robson Kanu. Back to Chris Brunt. Gives it to Darren Fletcher. Fletcher to Morrison. Morrison to Robson Kanu. Eric Bailly with a good tackle. Finds Willems. Willems out to Memphis Depay. Depay cuts inside. Takes it past Morrison. That's lovely stuff. Depay gets the shot away, but it's wide. So Payet with the free kick into the box. Headed away by Robson Kanu. It's probably just going to be full time. Are they going to give us a chance? Memphis? No, there we go. Full-time whistle. Man United 4, West Brom 0. We're up to 91 points. That brings this episode to an end. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, leave a like as always and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.